Hello, everyone. This is the final What Are You Going to Do Wednesday of this year. You know, when we do these challenges each week, everybody else is really off the hook because this is all about what we're going to do individually in whatever the situation is. And so today it's especially important because we're closing out the year. This is it. This is the last day. This is the last few hours, really, of this year. Since inception of this page, it's always been my goal and I believe my purpose to encourage the people that come in contact to have an intimate relationship with God, authentic relationship with self, and healthy relationships with others. You know, if you followed my journey this year, you know that I worked very, very hard, especially over the last 4 or 5 months, to disarm some disappointments that occurred in my life late last year. And I have to say that God showed up in such an amazing way. I mean, not only did I deal with that mess, but I was able to deal with things that had happened probably 20 or 25 years ago, or more than that, really. And so I can't tell you how free, how happy, how awesome I feel right now. And I want that for you too. You know, what I've learned along this whole process of living, not just the last year or few months, is that if we don't take accountability and responsibility for our lives, then who will? If we fail to make our spiritual growth a priority, then we won't grow. If we fail to deal with inner vows and soul ties and hang-ups and habits and hurts from the past, then they serve to be there and jeopardize every goal, purpose, and relationship that we have. It is so not worth it, okay? And also, that even goes into other areas of our lives, like our health. If we don't take a serious look at what we're putting into our body through our diet, our physical fitness, the way we allow things to stress us, not getting our proper rest, not being on a good supplement routine regimen, our bodies will stay the same or get worse as they age. And last, what about our finances? If we don't have a good financial plan, if we know we need to add income and we don't do that, we just sit around and, how is anything going to be different? We will have the same money or less money. It's just that simple. So I'm going to ask you just a few simple questions to close out today's challenge. What are you going to do? Are you going to finally forgive that person? That forgiveness has been long overdue, and this issue shouldn't even still be an issue. It's a non-issue. Are you going to allow the reconciliation to occur with that loved one? Are you going to get focused on fitness or health or whatever it is? Are you going to actually find a Bible-based church and position yourself to fellowship and serve with a body of believers? No, they're not going to be perfect because they weren't perfect before you got there, and they won't be perfect now that you're there because you're bringing your imperfect into that situation too. You know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And I think the most important question I have to ask is, if you know that you're carrying baggage into the new year, are you willing to take immediate action to begin dealing with it so that it doesn't have to impact your whole 2015? I sure hope so, because the one thing that you will find is that if you take your 2014 mindset into 2015, good, bad, or indifferent, it will remain the same. Have an awesome new year. And remember, as always, be the blessing in your relationships.